Hello everyone, and welcome to Go Buff Yourself and Thousand Faces TTRPG presents Lords of Sin, Episode 8. And I am once again joined by 6 incredible players, storytellers, and people I am fortunate enough to call friends who take time out of their incredibly busy and stressful schedules to come play a, I would say silly game, but this game is not that silly. But I am joined first by Cory J. Phillips playing Shin. That'll do. Danielle Phillips playing Val.
Oh.
Korrin is played by Mav.
Hello.
Jaeger will be played by Aaron.
What's up?
Kalista, as always, portrayed by Matty.
Hello. That's it.
And Mallow, a.k.a. TheMalloMan, is playing Lorwryn Leonatal. You get the full name treatment this time.
Ooh.
Good evening, everyone.
I am Ethan. As always, I will be your game master for this dark little adventure we're going to continue telling. Speaking of which, please check the content warnings because this is an 18+ dark story. Be warned. That said, you can listen to past episodes of this along with our other campaigns, almost all of which Mav is in, on the Go Buff Yourself podcast, available pretty much anywhere that you listen to podcasts. We are also, ideally by the time this episode drops, we'll have just opened a Patreon. There's only a $5 tier. That's the only tier. Just to get some behind the scenes, some extra outtakes, and help me buy more sound effects. They aren't as cheap as you might think. And with that said, let's go ahead and run that intro so that we can get into episode 8 of Lords of Sin.
Ivor is burning, and you've got front row seats.
We have provided you with the signs and portents for you to prepare for our coming.
Devil, not demon. Devils are worse.
If I die today, I die well next to you.
If you can be made, then you can be unmade.
Zariel has a bit of a temper.
I will destroy you.
Devils have knocked at our door. It is time we knock back.
We don't die today.
Wrath is the whetstone that sharpens the blade of your purpose to a razor's edge. I claim what was the Moon Maiden's as mine now. Mortals! Desperate, loud, flailing. You care for this one, don't you? There is not one of you too pure to fall. Oh, you are brave. They all were. Your end comes in 7 days. Truly, your only hope of survival is servitude. Perhaps you'll find shelter beneath the boot of your chosen master. Kneel, serve, and find sanctuary.
And we're back. Queen's piss. Here's another one, Jack. On my way, Ren. Ren, an orc woman, covered in dust and grime and sweat, strains as she moves a heavy piece of masonry, one of many ruined buildings in the Highgale Garrison complex. Jack gets on the other side, squats down, and helps to lift the block off of the mangled corpse of a hobgoblin. The tattered tabard that they wear is emblazoned with the emblem of Windward and is covered in blood. How many is that now? More than I care to count. We see the two, Jack and Wren, lift the body and carry it to a long line of canvas-covered corpses. You think they'll pay us by the body? You're a sick fucking person, you know that? What happened? No sense in not making some coin from it. You'd charge your own grandmother for a hug if you could. Think I could? A wail full of pure suffering breaks the air as a hobgoblin man runs over and collapses in tears next to the body that Jack and Wren just deposited. They stare at the scene for a moment before locking eyes once again. Still think it's something worth profiting from? Jack stands silently. Let's get back to work. Least we can do for these poor fuckers. And we see as they, along with dozens of other groups, work to remove the rubble and look for bodies or potential survivors at the garrison of Highgale, which is nearly entirely decimated. And as we pull out from this destruction, we return to the halls of weaving, the tower of the Weaveminders, where we left 5 of you in Kalista's chambers and Lorwryn on a perch on top of the tower, if memory serves. And so, let's start with Lorwryn. You have been sitting out here after just recently asking a few questions of your goddess, of your love. And from this vantage, the halls of weaving, very tall tower, there is so much destruction. The majority of buildings that you can see have taken some level of damage, and you would say 5-7% of all buildings that you can see are entirely destroyed.
Gotcha. Well, would have been a lot more if there had been meteors.
Oh yeah, more closer to 80%.
Yeah. And that's kind of what she's thinking about after, she hangs up the phone basically. And as she was walking away to the other side of the perch, she gave a wink to Kalista, who she realized was watching her, even though she couldn't hear both ends of the line, so to speak. She continues to kind of survey the land and stuff like that with it. Before ultimately she's going to, kind of let out a sigh, a very deep, exasperated sigh, because she got to Highgale, infiltrated the Queen's Council, grabbed her compatriots, and have been, in combat essentially since then. And so this is the first moment that, besides taking a rest, that she's been able to kind of surveil what her life is at the moment.
Yeah.
And, she kind of contemplates a few things up there, and replays several of the things that she's done over her time, especially in the demon webs, and starts to almost come to terms with her issues with wrath in the wake of what we've done with the Archduchess. And then she's going to kind of take a few moments and sort of steel herself. And then that silvery cloud is going to kind of come up and envelop her again as she wafts away back towards Kalista's chambers.
Easily
so
done.
she can join everybody back.
Even if you have to take a slightly circuitous path,
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of empty chambers now. And
Yeah.
it's easy to make your way through without bamfing in someone's occupied room.
Yeah.
Do you materialize back in the chamber, or would you materialize outside in the hall and come through the door?
She would materialize in the chamber. She would, at this moment in time, there's still a little bit of that shock and awe that she does with it. So she would just kind of materialize somewhere in the chamber.
So as Lorwryn reappears here, it's a perfect opportunity to describe what you all are doing. When we last left, Shin had gotten out tea. I think a few of you had accepted. And you were all, maybe not all, but some of you had seated yourselves here on the floor. Or would it have been in furniture? But either way, a few of you had seated yourselves as you took these cups of tea, so let's go around. What does Lorwryn see when she enters the room? Kalista.
So Kalista had sat next to the bed, with her back to the bed, still holding the small little finch corpse, as well as the teacup. And as Lorwryn bamps back in, she barely looks up from the teacup before giving Korrin a very similar wink to what she had given her. And she will stand to greet her.
She kind of looks down at the bird, because I'm assuming the bird just fell over, right, in the last episode?
Yes.
Like, there's no scars, there's no like...
No, simply alive, and then not.
So she's just gonna look down at the bird, and then look back at Kalista, like, quizzically, like, why, like, Kalista wouldn't do this kind of thing. What happened? You know, kind of silently, sort of like, huh?
Kalista will gently place the bird on a paperweight or something on her desk, and then just gesture, just with her head, the slightest movement to where Val is standing and the sword. And not using words, but hopefully get some sort of meaning across, just with her eyes.
Insight check.
What's your passive insight?
I don't trust that bitch.
No. As if I'm just checking to see if I get it.
Oh, that's why I was asking for your
Passive is
passive.
11.
Okay, then I mean,
Yeah.
I would say even within 11.
Okay.
I mean, a very pointed glance is fairly easy.
Yeah, it's
to follow.
very pointed.
Okay.
Speaking of which,
Are you lying with your eyes right now? Insight check.
Can't trust them lying eyes.
Speaking of which, we should probably address that, Val. That weapon that you have acquired and taken for yourself will create problematic situations around town if you continue to carry it on you. I would suggest we do the thing we did before.
Are you suggesting I put it in the bag of holding?
I'm suggesting you get in the bag of holding, because
I get that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't breathe, so you can be in the bag too if you want. If you don't want to, not get rid of.
If you were sick of Val already and wish
I'm
to
not
stick
sick
in
of her.
bag
She doesn't
hell,
She doesn't. Honestly, she's the least rude one of us all, to be honest. Like,
You're suggesting
just hits
stuffing her in a
stuff.
bag of holding.
we've done it before. She doesn't breathe.
I feel like her input is
I'm
more
not taking her
valuable than
autonomy.
shoving
She
her.
suggested this. This was a thing she came up with ages ago.
What if we put the sword in the bag?
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but you're going to probably not be buddy-buddy with it. I don't know. What's the magical term for buddy-buddy?
Even if
Attune?
one of us, yeah, if
attune is the
somebody
word.
else were to attune to the sword, who has a bit more magical prowess and stuff like that, would they be able to kind of deal with some of the extra effects of the sword?
So, Lorwryn would not have a way of knowing this. However, because Val has attuned to the item, when you attune to the item, you, unless it's cursed, you gain knowledge about the item. And this you know. The only one who can suppress this deadly aura of this weapon is the wearer of the Crown of Wrath. Zariel's former crown. Crown of Avernus, I should say.
It'd only be Kalista who can hold it. And I don't think
Why is that?
Kalista, because you need the crown to be able to suppress that part of it.
Awkward.
Are we going to be going through, I don't know, markets where there'll be lots of chickens about?
Children
small?
are technically
You are
the size of chickens.
Children?
You are-
What?
I'm
you are
just
also
saying.
worried that this will only go to chickens. Like, how do we know it won't hurt any of us or
That's what I'm saying.
humans or?
No, it's only going to hurt the smallest and the weakest among us.
Like children. So you're going to be just wasting some children
No!
walking
You see-
through town. You don't
you
see
see
any
Val
problem with that.
physically start to get frustrated. Just, it's not going to hurt children.
How do you know?
I know.
You could just be going through town.
Jesus! When even Cory couldn't finish his line.
The walking contracept.
You know? Hold on, future business idea, though.
Here's Val, bring her up.
100% success
Not
rate.
Planned Parenthood, okay?
Val, bring up
Whether you
celibacy.
want it or not.
Oh, gee.
The grasp is being retrofitted as we speak.
When
It's only going to affect plants and mice and small things like that.
My assessment still stands, Val.
It's not
The
going to
fact
hurt
that you
children.
cannot grasp that an unborn child is about the same size as a rat is.
Do you think
this
I'm
is
going to
what-
be coming across pregnant women right now?
Okay.
We don't know what we're going to come across, Val. It's a city.
Ken.
I'm sorry.
Number one.
This is why I became a monk.
I do want to say,
No.
I do want to say this is just, and then we'll get to you, Korrin. This is just me as the person, arbiter of rules, making sure that Danny, the player of Val, understands. The wording on that effect is creatures with a CR of 0 or below.
Oh god, that does include children.
that includes children,
That
goddammit.
includes most
That includes most
civilians
humans. Yeah.
are CR 0. Like, a villager is CR 0. Their challenge rating is nothing. Like, killing a
Really?
random old man, challenge rating 0.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
This is why people
What?
become murder hobos.
So,
I do have a quick question, though.
yeah, I just want to make sure
Can you
you
say it too?
know.
I did not realize it. I thought question.
Yeah.
Can you stay attuned to something that you're not actually holding?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank God.
All right, Val, put it in the bag.
I want you to see that Val is now looking at the sword. Yeah, well, maybe it needs to go in the bag.
And Korrin.
Do we
Thank
think
you.
that the bag is going to actually stop the problem?
I don't know. It's the best I got.
Separate dimension, technically.
Korrin, I saw your hand.
Korrin at this point in time, if you could just see her, has the anime like stress thing going on above her head of all of this talk, and just says, "The Shin, honey, sweetheart. Number one, you are bad at talking to women. Understand that. Okay? Can you just look me in the eye and just understand that you're really bad at talking to women?"
Well, how am I bad at talking to women? She's trying to kill children. I'm not sure that's gendered.
We will deal with that. It's just the last few times. You said that she was the only nice one in here.
No,
I took that
said she was the least rude one.
So you know what? I'm gonna yeet you through a window. You know what?
You kicked open the door. Actually, you obliterated a door.
At me. He
And threw it at her.
The room.
Hey, we will deal with you in a little bit. 2, I'm here for the bag idea, but we don't have to put Val inside of it.
I was just throwing that out there in case she didn't want to part with her new toy. That was it. That was all that was about.
I get that, but we can just pull the new toy out the bag. Plus, I don't
know how magic works.
Listen, I've also heard stories about if you hang out in one of those things, bad things happen for too long. So just, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. She was only in there for a few minutes the last time we did it.
Yeah. Luckily. I
kind of threw her out at somebody. It was crazy.
You told me that story one time.
Yeah,
and
opened the bag. She flew right out.
You did like a fucking spider monkey. Yeah. Okay, so
you're gonna see me now, like as you guys are talking, I'm like, yeah, maybe. You just kind of see me nodding, just like, yeah, maybe.
And Shin is like wide-eyed staring at Korrin while also opening the bag and like.
And you put the sword in the bag, no problem.
Yes.
I, again, just as the arbiter of the rules, want to make sure you saw one other part of the wording of that little feature.
Oh.
The last 5 words.
Okay, let's see. The last 5 words?
So it's creatures are 0 or below that are within 10 feet of you or the blade while you are attuned to it.
Or the blade.
Now, this is not a curse, and therefore you know this when you become attuned to this item. And I am happy to play it out that Val does not know that, or has not remembered that, but I want to make sure that you know that before we explore those potential consequences.
Val doesn't understand that, but Val's like, maybe let's check the bag next to some plants.
So you've already killed my birds, and now you want to kill my plants.
Okay, so as you take the bag of holding over...
Yep.
Yeah, this is perfect. Val, as you take the bag of holding,
I take the bag of holding. It's my bag of holding.
Okay.
I have it.
But Val was saying wanted to put it next to some plants to test it.
The plants.
Oh,
Cory,
gotcha.
Shin, bring it over by some plants. Let's see if it works.
We're not breaking eye contact. We're just going both.
Shin, as you move it towards some of the plants that have survived here in Kalista's chambers.
My beautiful Parthos vine that almost wraps completely around the room. Just withers.
It stays. No, it doesn't wither. It stays
perfect.
It doesn't?
No.
As Shin moves over there with the bag, the Pothos. Porthos is musketeer. The Pothos is fine.
It seems to be working. I walk over to Shin.
And as you walk towards the Pothos, it begins to wither from where Val approaches until it crumbles all the way around the room where it has been draped and clung, and it all just falls desiccated.
You know that took almost 50 years.
Shin slow turns to Korrin. and is like wide-eyed. Like you see all of the wisdom of an old man who's hundreds of years old just fade away into an indignant 20-year-old. Like, what do you have to say to that?
I'll stay away from children.
That's not how this
about
works.
we put the non-breathing vampire in the bag?
How about you don't use that sword?
Val. Gotta go in the bag.
I think I gotta go in the bag, y'all.
Now, just a
I
reminder.
don't believe that is a usable thing.
You can.
I think perhaps
choose
we
to-
should break that attunement.
Yeah, I agree with
But
Kalista.
why can't you go in the bag?
She can
Because
go in the
her
bag
input
afterwards,
is
but she
useful.
doesn't need to.
Could she not survive in the bag? Tell me, you magical expert. Why can't you?
Would she survive in the bag, Ethan?
She
Would
can't
I
breathe.
know
She
that?
Doesn't
She
need
doesn't know.
to. If she doesn't need to breathe, potentially it is another weird space of existence, and people have survived in there who don't need to breathe. But
In
weird
theory.
things happen in liminal spaces.
Not even to
theory,
mention
yes.
that the bag gets blown up or destroyed in some way. Then we lose
With the
Val.
fact she's just sitting in a bag instead of being useful.
Well, I do have a question for you, Ethan. How long does it take to attune to this thing?
An hour.
An hour?
Yeah. Short. It's a short rest.
It's a short rest.
Mhm.
Well,
Which would mean technically, because you all have some of those speedy short rest potions left, conceivably you could do it in the span of 10 minutes. If you took one of those first.
we can't just drop the sword. Someone has to hold the sword.
Nobody has to hold the fucked up sword, Val.
I think we're gonna need the fucked up sword. I feel pretty strongly that we may need this thing.
Then perhaps you should wield it before we fight another beast, instead of walking around town, killing children. I thought I was the evil one here.
Fair. Okay, I'm going to unattune to the sword. I will unattune to said sword.
Takes you a little bit of time to break the connection, but you'll be able to do it.
You kind of see me like looking at it, being like, and I'm just kind of muttering to myself, like, "Fucking child killer! Like, what? This is not great. God damn it!
I don't think you want that moniker.
No, I mean plant killer's enough. Bird killer.
You have done a lot to Kalista personally in the short amount of time you've owned this sword.
I really have. This is not great.
So it'll take you an hour, just like it took you an hour to entwine it to you. It'll take you an hour to disentangle it from yourself.
Well, with that out of the way,
But does the sword still do stuff? Or is it okay if it's within the bag and we just never pull it back out?
I'm gonna need the sword.
Mm.
Just gonna say, I think I'm probably gonna need the sword. Yeah.
Then you'd have to reattune to it and become a killer at that point.
hopefully we'll be somewhere less
Populated?
problematic
Yeah.
by that time. And it, like, he looks over at Kalista and like looks at Callista's mage arms. I don't think she's gonna be able to use it.
Think of some cool features.
The thing is, if it must be wielded by the person with the crown to keep it from killing automatically, then she needs a scabbard and a sword. Whether she can use it or not is irrelevant. But if we bring out the sword and it all of a sudden starts killing things around it, then what happens there?
I'm sorry, Lorwryn. Are you suggesting I carry the sword?
If that keeps it from automatically killing things, then yes.
That
But if
sword
the minute
weighs
that-
just about as much as I do.
I understand, my love, but it's not as easy to just negate an issue from Avernus like that.
Well,
If it is okay in the bag, then fine. But
And
if
if
we
it is
start
not?
going with if it is not, then we've got to figure out where we can strap it to your back or use it as a breastplate or something.
Fair enough. Well, when our little stabby friend is done with it, we will cross that bridge.
Yeah, he leans. Shin sort of like backs up to Korrin and Jaeger. Well, we could have gone with the original plan, but you know, who am I, right?
Jaeger, what have you been up to this whole time? We haven't heard from you.
When Shin backs up, kind of next to him, he sees in his hand is the dead sparrow that he has grabbed since this whole conversation has started, and he's just been staring at it and not really registering anything else, just trying to understand and absorb what's been going on. So he's just silently listening.
Shin sees this, like, you know, Shin's trying to lighten the mood and include Jaeger, but like stops mid-sentence, sees what he's dealing with, and like looks over at Korrin and like elbows Korrin just ever so slightly, like head nodding towards Jaeger.
MalloMan.
Lady
You
Korrin.
okay? You all right there, son?
It is such a little thing, but it feels important. In everything that has happened today, at what point does it become just too little or too much?
Well, all life is precious. I want you to understand that. Even down to the tiniest of squirrels, or even down to the tiniest of worms in the dirt. They all serve a purpose. But, as she kind of looks at herself, but sometimes some life has to end. And that's okay. All right? I know that you were created like how long ago was it you've been around?
Like
2 weeks.
I think about 2 weeks works for me.
like Shin like leans over. Korrin's like, my God, he's young.
So why do we not go back and bring this one like we did with you, Korrin?
Like and takes Jaeger's shoulder and kind of motions, turns him around and looks outside. Right now, we are on limited resources because of what's happening outside right now. We were only given one for Kalista, and I don't think it'll work for the little one there. But life is a circle. A muddy one, but it's still a circle. This bird's life is gone, but it's still useful. And looks at the plants, at the thing, and you could still use that bird to help nurture a new plant, or crops, or the soil that's there. it can be useful. Even in death, life is useful. Does that make sense?
He just nods and looks away from the window and back into the room. But then back to Korrin for a second and kind of looks her up and down and doesn't focus on the bird as much. When you were gone, what happened? You seem different.
Well, Shook, I did what I do best. And what I do is not very nice. But I do it really, really good. But I'm here now. With everybody else here. And if we decide to leave, I will help you bury your little bird friend, okay?
Okay.
And Shin, I also saw that you were going to say something.
It's not more important than what's being said.
As you finish this conversation and Val is still focused on this blade and de-attuning from it, there is a... Oh, wait. No, there isn't. Because the door is gone, so it's...
That was a different door.
Wasn't it in this chamber?
It's in this chamber because
It's in this chamber?
Yeah.
You all came to the room that I was in.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Never mind. I don't have a door anymore.
It is in this because that's where Shin was making tea.
That door is across the hall.
Privacy.
That door is across the hall.
Instead, there is a second thread warden, and there is a young page of the Weaveminders standing still outside of your room where they would be standing.
Shin is so fast. He immediately blink speed, uses dash, step of the wind, all of it. It's almost like instant transmission, and measures out 10 feet away from Val and is like, you look young. Don't come any closer. There's magic bullshit. I don't.
Shin, it's
you
fine.
can't say that
Yes,
to
sir.
people, Shin.
Thank you, sir. Wonderful advice, sir. Second thread warden. Thread warden Marius requests your presence at your earliest convenience. In his chambers.
Kalista will, with her jaw completely set, turn around from where she was covering the birdcage with a sheet. We'll turn around. And he couldn't just come here. Is he too busy?
I can inform the thread warden that you would prefer that he meet you in your chambers, of course. Waits.
I think it's best I'll go there. Fucking waste of my time.
Lets out a real quick but big whew. Yes, of course, second thread warden. Thank you. And trots out of sight.
Jaeger, please accompany me. And without another word, Kalista's just going to walk out of the room.
Jaeger following.
Which leaves Shin, Korrin, Lorwryn, and Val here in these chambers right now. I know Val is focusing. You can still talk while focusing. Doesn't take your entire concentration. Is there anything the four of you would be talking about or doing here or be wanting to go do elsewhere?
I I feel I owe you an apology. We are going to be facing many things beyond this point. And, I think I may have made some assumptions about you. And for a monk of my age, and my path is unbecoming of me. It's nice to know that even at this age, I can still find new ways to embarrass myself. But, I will be clear. I do not trust your god. A loth in any realm is always the same. But, that does not mean our servants are always the same.
Perhaps it is my service that pushed me away.
It does not matter, for I must judge you on your actions, and not my assumptions. I hope that you can forgive me.
Forgiveness is not needed. We will do fine.
And then he turns to Korrin. Huh? Oops.
Tea, please.
Oh, right. Like, and then you notice there's no fire around, but it's still warm. Like, it's still hot. And then he turns to Korrin. I'm not bad at talking to women.
I'm not bad at talking to women. Runs away before giving her a chance to respond. The perfect example of being great at talking to women.
And he doesn't go. He goes out the window.
He does know that he proved me right? Like,
I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
I have learned nothing.
And we will cut from there to follow Kalista and Jaeger. Well, let's take a short break. We've been here for a little while, so people can stretch their legs and we can reset for a new scene. Kalista, you obviously know the ways, or the way to the Thread Warden's chamber and office. Been there a lot. He's your direct superior. You have to go there often, and it's not that far from your office. Unlike you, where you have your own living quarters that are in a separate section, and then the second Thread Warden's office. The Thread Warden's office is also attached to his living quarters. And you arrive at the door. Do you knock, or do you just walk in?
She took her sweet time arriving there. The page arrives definitely a significant amount of time before her. Just to make him a little bit of a fool before she will just open the door and have Jaeger walk in first. And she will follow Jaeger in.
Jaeger steps through first, and then Kalista, you walk into the Thread Warden's office. It is... Previous Thread Wardens like to revel in all of the fun rewards that come with being such a powerful individual, including getting to be ostentatious with their decorating. And there have been a number who very much like to put on a show with the floating arcane elements throughout the office, no functional purpose aside from to cause awe. Not Thread Warden Marius. His office is simple. Well-organized bookshelves, wood desk, wooden chair, and as you walk in, you see Thread Warden Marius at his desk, the page standing off in a corner, and he looks up to greet you with a tired, small smile of acknowledgement still on his face. Marius is a dwarf. He's middle-aged dwarf, has relatively short-cropped beard, long hair tied back in a single thick ponytail. And as you walk in, always do love to keep me waiting. Pick a seat.
I think I would prefer to stand this time, Marius.
And you... Hold on. Remember how I told you this die only rolls 1s or 20s? I just rolled with advantage and literally rolled a 1 and a 20.
Okay.
The Thread Warden. Suit yourself? Are you alright? I heard a little bit about what happened in the main square.
Yeah, some of us were actually protecting the city, while others were warming chairs. I didn't see you out there, Marius.
He narrows his gaze at you. Are you alright, Kalista?
Better then. What did you want to see me? Because honestly, you're wasting my time at this point.
He gives a dismissive gesture to the page, who excuses himself, shutting the door behind. Honestly, I just wanted to check in on you, mostly as a friend. I can't imagine what you went through.
As if you've ever been my friend, Marius. You have been sitting slightly above me for the last 150 years, acting better than me, superior to me. You are not my friend. I swear to God, if you got another natural 20, I am going to come through that
I can't
screen.
use this die anymore because that was 2 more nat 20s in a row. Like, there is something off.
And Cory isn't even shitting in his boot this time.
Like, just, Jesus. You wound him. And he... Would you, I've never shown you my chambers before, have I?
I've never been interested in them, if I'm being honest.
There's something in there that I think might interest you. And he stands up. Make me an insight check. Yeah, Jaeger.
When that happens, can Jaeger pulse a tiny bit and cast Divine Sense? Just in case.
The only thing.
In case the area.
The only thing that you get is
my baby boy.
Weird sense that you got from Kalista before. But Jaeger, you can also make me an insight check.
I got a 23 on my insight check.
There is nothing he wants to show you.
Marius, sit down and be honest with me. Because frankly, I don't like to be lied to. I have never liked to be lied to. But now even less.
What do you mean?
You're always a shit liar. Sit down and tell me the real reason for summoning me here. And it wasn't a wellness check.
You're right. It wasn't. And he walks back over to the desk and sits down. You obviously know far better than me.
I always have.
He runs his tongue along the bottom of his top teeth, essentially biting his tongue, literally. I have to make another roll. You have always been too arrogant for your own good, Kalista.
I don't see how that's an issue, given our current situation.
You want to get on my case about lying. How about a lie by omission? What the fuck are you wearing on your head?
Isn't it lovely? I thought so.
He reaches into his desk and opens a drawer, grabs almost what looks like a monocle. Make me an Arcana check.
Jaeger, would you mind taking that from him?
He looks back and forth.
That's a 28 on my Arcana check.
It is these types of monocles are enchanted essentially to be able to do very quick identification of items. And so he just holds it in front of one eye and looks at you.
She is just going to smile at him and cross her arms in front of her chest.
When he looks,
Marius.
his jaw, which had been tight in anger, goes a little slack in shock, and he slowly pulls the monocle away. Why?
Because sometimes those that do have to make difficult decisions, while those that sit and watch. I had to.
Had to. Past tense. Take it off.
You know full well what this is, Marius. You know I can't just take it off. If I want to do that anyway.
You're right. You can't. Remove it. And he holds his hand out like this in front of him, and you know that he is casting a spell.
I'm going to cast a counterspell.
Do you... Okay. What level slot?
See what I got left after fighting Lorwryn. I will cast it at 6th level.
Okay. So...
And Jaeger's gonna step up, like, right next to him.
As you step forward and do this, just so you know, Kalista, in Zariel fight, when you upcast counterspell, it gave you a little bit of a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Raw, it doesn't do that. And
Yeah,
in this
technically
situation,
it
it
doesn't.
doesn't. So you could cast it at 3rd level and have the same effect.
Oh, shit, then yeah, I'll do it at 3rd level if that's
But
okay.
if you're not going to cast it at something above 6th level, then I will need you to roll me a d20 plus your spellcasting modifier, please.
Okay.
Ooh. First big public roll.
Modifier is +5. I think if I click that, it will let me roll. No, stop it. Sorry. I am not familiar with oh, X. Okay. That was only a 8.
He casts Wish.
Oh shit.
This is the Thread Warden of the Weaveminders.
Oh shit.
Your arrogance notwithstanding. And it appears in his hand. As soon as it does, he recoils as it drops onto the desk. Ah! And how do you respond, Kalista? First, there is definitely a noticeable physical change as it happens. And Jaeger, you said you stepped up. And so, as even before we see the change from Kalista, Jaeger, how do you respond in that moment?
Jaeger was gonna try and grab his hand to stop the spell.
It has no somatic components. It is purely verbal.
Because he was too slow.
Mm-hmm.
And the crown appears instead, and the guy jumps back. Jaeger, for just a split second, almost looks back at Kalista and then grabs the crown.
He, as you pick it up, holds up his hands. Jaeger?
Jaeger?
Be careful with that.
Give it back to me.
No. Wait. Please, Kalista, at least hear me out.
I am not one for begging.
Not asking you to beg. I trust you, Kalista. That's why you're my second. Regardless of what you clearly may think of me. If you now, with full knowledge of the cost, believe that you must wear this to save Ivor, I will trust you. But I need to know that you are making that as an informed, intellectual decision. You have to be smart.
Fully informed and intellectual beforehand.
Knowing
Marius.
is one thing, experiencing is something else.
Have you ever experienced pure rage before, Marius? Have you felt it in your blood? It's honestly beautiful.
When you ask that question, you could see across his face that yes, he has felt that. But that with your assessment, his face turns repulsed. We need to talk strategy. There's been a development.
Is that so?
This information that I'm about to give you cannot make it to the ears of anyone who cannot be trusted to keep it silent.
As far as I'm concerned, there's mostly dead people around. I think he'll be pretty safe in this room.
The Queen is dead.
Shocker.
This information cannot spread. There's too much chaos now as it is, too much.
When?
During the assault,
When did she fall?
one of her handmaidens.
Isn't it ironic that one of her handmaidens killed her? She stood above all of us for so many years, and one of her own.
The High Chancellor is already seeing to it that her oldest living daughter, Elaine, be sent for from Eleanor's Rest. But for now, there is little remaining of any real government of Windward. We have to try to staunch the bleeding, and that's what I can do. You, and those who stopped Zario, you can do more. I need you all. We all need you all to think of something. And he gets an exasperated look on his face. I have no gift for strategy, Kalista. I was a farmer.
Yeah, that's why it was always a joke that you sat above me. You were supposed to be the brains, Marius. You were supposed to lead me, lead all of those below me. And now you sit here useless in your office, giving me the news of all fucking things. Well, Yavor burns and stabs its queen. I hope you feel useless. I really actually do.
Make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh shit. I have to find my saving spell. We got a solid 7.
Solid 7.
Yeah, it was really good.
+5 because of Jaeger.
+5 because I'm a baby boy.
That's very true. That's very true.
He's very scared right now.
The rage that you felt inside of you when you wore that crown was the most intense emotion you have ever experienced. A tidal wave that felt endless. But with the crown removed, you feel it start to ebb away slightly. Not all, but slightly. And Marius, in response to your berating, there was a time I would have felt furious hearing you speak to me like that. I see it for what it is now. That's all right. Feel how you feel. Do the job. I can help here. Tarn. And his face gets a painful look on, or gets a painful expression. You know that Tarn is the first name of the High Marshal, a dear friend of Threadwarden Marius. You always had the gift for strategy. I have to rely on you. If you all were able to defeat Zariel in a full-on assault, defend this city. Like you said, I'm useless. But I know how to fix it here, at least. I will make sure that Aigale rises again, but none of it will fucking matter if Ivor falls. So what are you going to do about it? Since you're clearly not useless, right?
Of course. I've been putting a lot of thought to this. And honestly, my thoughts were a lot clearer when I wore that crown. I had a clearer path. More of a motivation. But I'm going to be completely honest with you, Marius. At this point, I'm still fucking pissed. These devils came to our world, corrupted our priests and priestesses, and then decided to watch things burn. And they insulted my family. I fully intend to hunt them down one by one until I own all of the crowns. And perhaps I'll wear them, or perhaps I'll put them on a shelf and look at them as I have bested all of them. But you needn't worry your tiny little dwarven head about it. We will destroy all of them. And it will be my pleasure doing so.
You cannot mean what you say. Look at what even a short time wearing that thing has done to you, Kalista. Don't you see it? This isn't you. You're calculating. Yes, I'll admit, cold and never one to hold back your true feelings, but this isn't you. Jaeger!
Marius.
And he snaps his attention over to you as he says your name. This is your creator. You should know her better than you know anyone in this world. Are you saying you notice no change? Do you think this is the same person? What do you think would happen to... What do you think will happen to you? If you wear this crown longer, if you wear more...
Jaeger. He asked you a question?
And the two highest-ranking weave-minders look at you.
And he holds the crown with both hands, very securely. And then he looks up at both of you. I was built to serve and protect and rid this world of these devils. Sometimes tough choices are to be made in war.
Looks at you, Kalista, and just shakes his head disbelievingly. I will trust you to do what is necessary. Please do not make that trust be misplaced. I know You know this is not you.
What is necessary will be done, Arius. I have my orders from you. And frankly, this conversation has gone in circles and become rather boring. I have devils to kill. And you've got papers to sign, and stamp, and books to read. So if you're finished wasting my time...
You are dismissed.
Lovely.
Second.
Jaeger. Not for long. She will walk away.
Get
away.
Fuck.
Yo, this corporate cutthroat
Dude,
shit in the magic world.
Oh, he just, oh, whoa, oh.
This is not gonna look good on your performance evaluation by that.
He hard cut you off. He dismissed you first. You just got, oh, man.
He took the crown and said, "Get the fuck out."
Farmer Boy just came up out of nowhere from the rafters.
Stay!
All right. Shin, you departed out of the window.
Yeah.
Where would you be going?
Well, he would have fallen for a while. Then he would have flown straight back up to the roof and is like up there. And I assume, being who Shin is, would have felt a wish be cast. Like just something big just happened.
That. Yeah. There was a slight ripple in reality.
Yeah, so that makes sense for what Shin worships to know. To know, doesn't know that wish particularly was cast. Just that something. Happened. What the hell was that? Wow. I don't want to go back down there. Kalista will give me, or not Kalista, Korrin will give me an earful. Ooh, I wonder. Lorwryn, you're spooky. Are you watching me? Nope. Okay. Anyways, and that's all he's doing is now he's just sitting cross-legged on the roof. Pulls out tea. How am I supposed to guide or be of any use in a group full of agendas and egos? We have a newborn, basically. He has no idea who he is. I'm actually quite excited to see him discover himself. Though I feel that boy is eventually going to be pushed to a decision of whether to obey orders like a good soldier or make the right choice. 'Cause seldom ever do orders and what is right coincide. That's why people like me and Korrin, simple yet good, may not lead countries. I fear for this group. I pray for wisdom for them. Especially... Sips tea, looks up at the sky, and why can the answers never be simple?
As you're up here on the roof, could you make me a religion check, please?
Oh man, that looks terrible. What happened? Why? 8 and 17. Wow.
17? All right.
Yeah.
As you look, you're sitting up here thinking, you look down in your tea as you're holding it, and you see yourself, and you also see a figure standing over your shoulder. A magnificent-looking humanoid is the only way I can describe. Has jade-ish colored skin, and is... an artist couldn't do better. With a strong face, completely cleanly shaved head, and has this glow about it right over your shoulder.
Are you? What manner of celestial being are you? Be you deity? Or some form of Mistra?
Oh. I do suppose I look slightly different than the last time that we spoke. I don't believe I ever got your name while I was inside of that priest. What was it?
You are one of the most gorgeous demons I've ever seen. Or devil. Devil, I guess is the term.
Well, I certainly cannot fault your eyesight.
But why do you speak to me? What do you want of me?
Your name? It is only polite when someone inquires.
I have learned through many planes and many realities that giving a devil your name is never a wise decision.
Fair enough. How may I address you then?
You may call me the Sky Fist, if you must call me something.
Well, Sky Fist. I watched your little skirmish with Zariel. I wasn't joking when I said before that you should be on my side. I fear that you all might be under a misconception, and that we, when we are here, will all stick to our little areas, but there are some in our coterie that are not fans of one another. When all this is said and done, few will remain standing, and even fewer of you all. But you, Skyfist, you have potential. So much potential. Join the winning side, and I will help you achieve heights you have never dreamed possible.
Is this the sin of lust?
How would you know? Or are you going to inquire somehow?
I'm as PC. I'm as the player asking.
Right, but how would you know?
You said embodied, so historically speaking, from the things that transpired, was it the person that was like making her?
How would you know? You can inquire. I genuinely, like, I'm not trying to keep it a secret, but I don't know how you would know at this point. He just said, when, I will say, the manner of speech is a little not like that of the one that was embodying Saren. But
Not like them?
Not like that one.
Hmm.
But at this point, I don't know how you would know. Fuck it. Make me an insight check. That's how you'd know.
Using mechanics.
Yeah. There's got to be an answer somewhere.
Oh my god. Nat 20. With a 29 on the dice. Or with my buffer, so it's 29.
There's no question as to which individual this was. The manner of speech has a bit of a pattern. This is the one that embodied the priest of Ilmater and disrobed and did the majority of the speaking during the council meeting. The one who said, you should be on my side.
Shin is going to stand up, and on the top of this tower, he's going to turn where the sin of lust should be.
Not lust. I can tell you that. But
it's not lust.
But how would you know which each represents? Necessarily.
So, you know.
And there, you turn around.
Yeah.
There's no one there.
I'm going to speak to where I think you are. And if you decide to show me your face and speak to me face to face, then so be it. What realm do you command? What side do I join? You expect me to... You say I have so much potential. Potential for what?
Power. Influence. The ability to save so many lives. Skyfist, if the battle ends faster, there are fewer unfortunate casualties. Help me end this war, this territory dispute, quickly, and you will save many lives.
Perhaps. But, unfortunately, you don't seem to be the sin that would influence me the most. So I'll have to politely decline. Because I only need help with one thing, and it does not seem you can help me with that.
Oh, I would not be so sure of that.
Oh, really?
Why don't you give me a chance, Skyfist? What do you need? I understand well the pursuit of perfection. How may I help you achieve yours, so that you may help me achieve mine?
I apparently don't know how to talk to women. And then he smirks. Like a silly old man that he is. And unless you're a squirrel, you really don't have anything that I'm interested in. Thank you.
I'll be here when you're prepared to be reasonable. You will see the wisdom in my offer soon enough. Stay safe, Skyfist. And as... do we see... What does Shin do after... When you look back in the tea again? In the ripples? You see nothing. Other than your own reflection.
Shin is going to spend a Kai point, and he's going to rocket off the roof. And from what you guys in the window, you're going to see seemingly blinding dragon wings, like made of wind and light, just like through the window, but like curl up, and then he's going to land. So I talked to a demon or a devil, and they're some inviting, and they want me to join.
Did you take them up on this? And she starts looking for a crown.
Do I look like I'm talking like Kalista at this point?
They don't all talk the same.
Yeah, but nothing about me is discernibly different, because Kalista definitely is.
I'm just looking.
Korrin, I saw your hand, and then I heard Val.
While Lorwryn's kind of like trying to look for the crown, Korrin just has Lorwryn's hand, and is trying to like follow the movement, because the entire time that they've all been gone, Korrin just decided to have some girl bonding time, and has been painting Lorwryn's nails.
Still got to keep your happy place even in a fiendish apocalypse.
Well, did you? So you didn't make a deal with the demon lords?
Devil.
I did not I told the devil that I don't know how to talk to women. And he was apparently not able to help with that. So the answer is no.
Anyone can help you with that. That's something that you got to figure out on yourself. Inside.
I just desperately want to go back to the wilderness, away from everyone, back, and then think about the balance of the universe. That's really what I want to do. And all of this is a lot more than I bargained for. So, what did you want, Val?
A devil wants you specifically?
I'm assuming that's kind of what they do. So I'm assuming that we're all going to get approached at some point.
Okay.
Kalista just sort of walked in. Like, she walked in through that door herself. So she didn't even need to get bargained with. She just went straight for it.
I didn't think she went in. She just kind of just chose the house.
Yeah, that's yeah, like...
Well, which devil?
I thought it was Lust because, man, it was hot. But, it was not...
Whoa.
I guess it wasn't. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
A lot of devils
I think
are
it might.
hot,
I think
man.
it might have been Pride.
A lot of devils got some like sexy daddy energy or mommy energy. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Arguably, like it's if we're scaling 1 to 10 here, that it was like a 55. But that aside,
what do they specifically ask you for? Do they specifically ask you to like...
you know how devils talk. They don't speak in specifics at all. Like, it was just a bunch of non sequiturs that it was just like, I don't know, I could help you. And it was, it made my brain hurt. I hated it. That's the one thing I like about normal gods. They just say exactly what they want. If you don't do it, they get mad about it. It's so straightforward. Devils are like...
Not always.
You have not talked to Lolth.
Those are both valid counterpoints. I will send my statement.
Have we thought about pretending that we're on one of their sides so we can get them to fight each other out and kill each other, and then
have you
turning
never
on them?
done a deal with a devil? That is not how that works.
I mean, we had to do a deal with them. I thought this could be like I don't know, maybe like a verbal agreement.
That's a deal.
Well, most contracts with devils are usually verbal agreements at sometimes, or signing in blood and other things. So you said no. That's the most important part.
Yeah, but how long am I going to be able to say no? Like, when's it going to start doing psychic stuff, and then I'm not going to be able to say no? When's that start? I think we should kill him first.
Who? I think this is the plan. We should kill them all.
Yeah, but
you see Val and Korrin say who at the same time.
And
I don't know. And I just know he's green, androgynous, and sexy to everybody. That's the things I know. Correct? He's green. And he's probably not lust. Maybe pride. Actually, green seems on the nose. Maybe it's envy.
Lorwryn, roll me a history check. Or religion, if that's higher.
Oh, that religion's definitely higher.
All right, let's go with that. This counts.
All right, let's go with 19.
19? You have a suspicion as to who that might be, because the description sounds rather like an archon, a celestial. There are only so many archdevils that would ever want to take that form, even for a magical conversation. One that comes to mind, Balzabul. While he was an archon, he was known as Triel, but has since fallen. So that's
Anyways, green and sexy. That's all I know.
And
Focused on that sexy part.
I know a
Seems
lot
like
of
a
green,
lot.
sexy people. I met a nice half orc one time. He was real nice.
No, this is I cannot explain to you like that there I've seen the sexiest green orc. This is well beyond sexiest green orc that you've ever seen.
And as this
Guaranteed.
as this conversation is still happening, and Lorwryn, you're processing this, Balzabul is. Oof. There are only a few names that would have made you more unhappy to have heard in this situation.
Right.
That would fill you with more nervousness. Like, maybe Asmodeus might have been a name that would have been a little bit worse, but there aren't many amongst the archdevils that have quite the same fearsome and infamous reputation as Balzabul.
I'm gonna roll an insight check. Nope, I don't notice anything going on with Lorwryn. Never mind.
The Lord of Lies.
What? Did you say
The
something?
Lord of Lies.
Lies.
Yes.
Which sin is that?
Could be
Envy?
a lot of them.
I'm going,
Yeah.
Lorwryn, just thinking about the possible list of the 7, and even with the knowledge, you come, like I said, from far afield. This whole attribution of the sins being linked to the archdevils, that isn't a moniker they tend to give themselves. That's a descriptor that smaller creatures have applied to them in order to put them into a box and understand them. And so if you were thinking of Balzabul through the lens of these 7 sins, there is no archdevil you know of more prideful than Balzabul. None.
Because he'd be telling themselves lies and things like that, and pumping themselves up through those lies and things. So, that's also kind of a foreign concept to Lorwryn too. Like, so she's like taking all this extra time to kind of like work it out in her head of like, okay, if you carry the one and you
Right.
move this religion over to here, kind of thing, you know. Like she just knows of that as the Lord of Lies because that's all. The tongue is the tongue is the worst part because he will feed you information all day, every day.
What is the name?
Impossible.
Oh.
That's a stupid name.
Oh.
And right about this time, you all hear the approaching footsteps of Jaeger. Val, you have unattuned from that blade. And Kalista and Jaeger step through the doorway.
I want to retcon just a smidge for the hallway
Okay.
walk. if that's
Okay. Cool. Let's do that. Yeah, let's go.
So only Jaeger sees this, but the second she steps out of the room, whatever anger and hatred that was on her face falls. And her hands are still shaking and fisted just to prevent them from shaking too much.
Jaeger's gonna grab one of your hands to stop the shaking.
And she's just gonna look up at him. Jaeger, if I put another crown on my head, kill me. Please.
It will not come to that. I swear it.
Thank you. And she will walk hand in hand with Jaeger until she enters the room.
Powerful artifacts can sometimes take a little while to fully release their grasp on someone, much like deattuning from an item. Takes about an hour.
Did you plan this? Is this?
You set it up.
She knows what the
you
stat.
set it up too.
She knows how the stat block goes. She's just playing.
And narratively, you set it up
fucking well. So fucking good.
And did you put the crown back on, or is Jaeger still holding on to it?
I think the crown is still in Jaeger's
Jaeger
hand.
still has it.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Throw that bitch in the bag.
Put it in the bag. It's right here.
Oh, so they enter.
They enter, and Kalista will let go of Jaeger's hand and just sit down at the end of the bed, not looking at any of you.
Would you say, Kalista, there is a noticeable difference outside of the very obvious noticeable differences of no longer having glowing orange eyes and not having a crown on her head? But is there any other noticeable difference in Kalista in how she re-enters the room versus how she left?
100%. When she wore the crown, her shoulders were set, her jaw was set. She owned the room. When she re-enters, it's as if she's trying to make herself as small as possible. Her shoulders are fallen slightly, her eyes are downcast. And there is just this aura of guilt around her as she enters and just sits down, picking up the small bird that is very much dead, and she's just going to sit down with her hands cupped in her lap, holding the bird. Looking down at it, and very occasionally she'll look up at Jaeger, but that is about it.
And Jaeger's gonna stride immediately over to Shin. The bag. Open it.
Shin opens the bag very, deliberately and very controlled while, looking at Kalista, looking at Jaeger, and holds the bag up open.
And he puts it in.
Shuts it carefully. Ties it shut.
Could all of you make me insight checks? These are for yourself. Jaeger, yours is less for yourself and more for everyone else. But maybe a little bit for you. I'll let you interpret it. You tell me once I let you know what it's for. You tell me whether it's for you or you observe it.
Okay. And Jaeger's gonna say something once it goes in and Shin ties it, but we'll roll first.
So hold on to those rolls. Jaeger, say what you're going to say.
So he pulls his hand out and waits for Shin to close it. No one is to touch the crown. Not now. Not ever. Is that understood?
He looks at Lorwryn and Val. Shin looks at Lorwryn and Val. And then, does a very formal, Tai Chi bow to Jaeger. Okay.
What did you all get on your insight checks? Who beat a 20? Let's go with that. Ooh, interesting. Who beat a 15 other than those two? Okay.
I'm the only one in the dark.
No, I got a 14. I'm also in the dark.
So, Val and Lorwryn got above a 15 but below a 20. Korrin and Jaeger got above a 20. So, Lorwryn and Valkerie, you can tell the second the crown passes into the interdimensional space that is the pocket dimension that is the bag of holding. You can feel it in yourself when it passes into there. And Korrin and Jaeger, you feel this same thing, but you're able to pinpoint it a little bit more. You can neither of you, none of you, is a weak-willed individual. Your sense of self, your awareness of self, even the 2-week-old, it was built into him. You feel like if you wanted to feel angry right now, you would have to work to feel that emotion. It wouldn't be a subconscious thing. You would have to almost choose it or allow it. In the hierarchy of emotions, you just feel anger drop down the list in yourself. It's not an emotion you can't access. Don't get me wrong. For roleplay purposes, I'm not saying you can no longer be angry, because you are strong-willed individuals and all that. But it's just, it's buried deeper.
And after that slight change, I think Jaeger's gonna almost let out an exhale. That kind of just sounds like a rumble. Please do not try and take it. Please.
A monk wants for no possessions. It is safe while it is in my charge.
Thank you, Shin.
Well, a lot happened in the last hour. And, I feel like we have a few things to tell you, and seemingly, you have a few things to tell us.
Why don't you start?
And Shin begins to regale everything that happened with... That is not his name. I'm going to tell you, listeners at home, the name that came to my head, which was Barnabas. That's not the name of this devil.
Alias.
It's fine.
You can call him whatever you want by yourself. I mean, y'all called Zariel bitch probably like 83 times in one episode, so you can call him.
I don't think I ever said her actual name. It was
you
just
can call him
bitch.
Boris if you want, like whatever you want. That's not his name, but
Boris,
go for it.
and squirrel.
Yeah.
Boris, Lord of the Seventh Circle of Hell.
Oh, shut up.
So, Barney, the sin of pride.
Jesus.
You said that you said that to an improviser, Ethan.
It's true. Hey, Shin can say whatever Shin wants.
Yeah. Barbie, the Shin of pride.
Oh, he's gonna kill you so hard.
Totally tried to like riz on me, and I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna be serious. You can cut this out. We're gonna bleep this out.
It's great for the outtake reel.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
don't
sorry.
be. We gotta do that.
Why are you sorry?
We gotta do that. That's how we're able to still do serious things, is by being able to laugh occasionally too.
Yes. This is the process. That's it. This is the process.
Process.
Anyways, so Barbie, the Sin of Pride, totally he spoke to me on the roof and tried to. Anyways, I regale her to everything. And
Are you expecting something?
kinda. You left with the crown on. You left without it on. And as far as I understand, with my limited understanding of magic, Lorwryn, back me up here. That should have been a lot harder to do. To get it off your head.
There are ways to get it off her head.
I know there are.
Without
but they're not
taking it off
easy.
of her.
And also,
you
I
are
felt a weird...
surrounded by very powerful wizards, though.
I know. But I felt something outside. And I'm not attuned to all of it, but I'm aware when something major happens. And something major happened, and then she returns without the crown on her head.
Then
There was a
do you doubt
disturbance.
my willpower?
What?
Do you doubt my willpower? Perhaps I just pulled it off myself.
Oh, get up. Stop.
No. How dear.
Stop.
No.
We literally just fought Zariel. Do we need to stand on ceremony here?
No. I spoke to my, arguably, superior officer, if we're going to use terms, and he removed it.
Kalista, at that moment, could you make me a either Arcana or History check?
Oh, goody. Don't you know I've been rolling like shit today?
Nat 20.
Right.
I did. Okay, there was a nat 20 from me for the insight. So there was
23.
120.
Okay.
I got a 23 on the
23?
Arcana.
You were thinking back on the conversation, the exchange with Threadward and Marius, it's almost a little, it's like looking at it through a red haze. And as you say that he removed it, you remember something that you know about Threadward and Marius. And it goes back to his being a farmer. He had his quarters entirely redecorated to resemble that of a single-room farmhouse. Feel like he was back home. And in order to make sure that was fully true, he also had an anti-magic field established around it, so that it felt like home. And had you stepped through that door, the crown would have fallen from your head. And instead, he had to tap himself for like the next friggin' month as he pulled into the collective stores of the Weave Minders to be able to cast Wish.
His refractory period is very slow then if he's got to do a month. I could just do it like this.
Every day. Multiple times.
See, Kalista, I understand why you'd call him like that, he's impotent.
He didn't hear any of
what?
that. For all
You called him.
I'm
You called your boss impotent?
That's called an outtake joke.
Stop breaking the reality now.
I don't know what's real anymore. It's all an illusion.
Monstrous.
All blended together.
I like the idea that Lorwryn is just constantly spying on all of us, and like.
No, she only spies on Kalista in the most strange of times. Okay? Kalista disappears to go bathe. Lorwryn is
Canon.
Hello.
Probably. Let's be real about that.
He's got 1,000 scrying eyes just out and about.
Jeez.
Okay.
On one
All right, so
spider.
that is Kalista.
Sorry,
just
sorry.
something- No, you're totally.
No,
you're
you're
totally
great.
good.
I love you. It's all good.
We need this. That's okay. Don't ever be sorry. Beauty of pre-recording. So, Kalista, as you were able to think with a little bit more clarity, you realized what he was trying to do and was trying to save himself a tremendous amount of effort.
As she comes and realizes these, even though anger is so far away, there is just the slightest set of her jaw before she turns back to Shin and the rest of them. I have been tasked by my superior To continue to do what we've been doing. Killing Zariel was important. But unfortunately, there are more.
Was that really worthy of a meeting, though? We were like, that's what were we gonna do? Stop at one?
He had ulterior motives. He removed the crown from my head. Perhaps he knew of it ahead of time. Perhaps it was something he decided to do when he saw it. But my thoughts are clear again. They are my own.
Well, in these sorts of situations, and Korrin might be able to back me up on this, I say we go with the enemy in front of us, which happens to be pride.
Are you well?
Me?
Yes.
Thank you for asking. If I'm being honest, I've been a hell of a lot better. Everything I know, everything I've known for the last 200 years has crumbled before me. Even my bloody plant that I've been waiting to die for the last 50 years. I was comfortable here. Change doesn't come easily.
And yet it comes for us all.
Ain't that the truth?
Is there
Right,
any... Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
Is there anything left of the grand libraries here?
They're mostly underground. I would assume they're probably still intact.
According to when Saren, jeez, just this morning, reported to you all about, or no, it was last night, reported to you all with a little bit of the research about returning bodies or souls from the hells. She did mention that the library had taken some damage, but there obviously were plenty of things that weren't destroyed as she was able to find information. So, yeah, you could absolutely utilize it or send someone else to utilize it. You're the second thread warden. You can have people research for you too.
Do you have an idea, Lorwryn?
It is possible. If there is anything that this world that may know, it's probably here. It would be good if we could know anything else. I have limited knowledge from my planes of existence, but anything that could give us a leg up. We got ambushed by Zariel. I would rather be more prepared for the next one.
Might I make a suggestion?
Aye.
By all means.
We have another resource we could use. One that specializes in hunting magical things with a wealth of knowledge not open to the world at some times, depending on the knowledge. Val, wouldn't hunting something be your realm of expertise?
Yes, but not devils. I have not hunted devils, but the Clawbound may have things that other libraries don't.
Can you reach out to them?
I can. I'm sure they've hunted devils in the past.
I would not doubt it, from what I understand of its history. Specifically, tracking it down. How to find them. Where to find them.
Tracking them? I can send a message and ask.
Good.
Instead
Make
of
sure
waiting
you-
for the enemy to come to us, we go to them. Sorry, Kalista, I didn't mean to cut you off. That's me.
No. No, you're fine. It's just
Kalista-
showing your manners toward women.
Jesus! Kalista, Val would likely require either your assistance or the assistance of some other lower-ranking weave minder in order to be able to send such a message, such a distance, but that is something that can absolutely be arranged.
Kalista will help her out. She's also going to go and ring a bell on her desk. That does not make a noise when she rings it, but it will summon a page.
Does it summon the same page? Like, is it your page? Or
Yes.
is it... okay. Didn't know if it was like a bell to the page's room.
Typically, it's my page.
Okay.
Intern.
I mean, it's going to take a while.
He's been an intern for about 75 years at this point. But
It's going to
he's
take a
my
while
intern.
for...
Okay, Glen Coco,
for
damn.
them, for them
Let him-
to get there.
Give him the job.
So it'll take a little bit. You know, it usually takes, when things are running smooth, 5 minutes minimum, unless they just happen to be right outside your door.
Which, the amount of times I've caught him right outside my door, it's a problem.
It's usually, I mean, when they have nothing else to do, that's usually where they do.
Yeah, it's
Set
a
up.
problem.
Listen, half the city's on fire, dear. Like, you gotta give him some time to get up here.
I've never been a patient person. You know this, Korrin.
Yeah, I'm learning that.
Learning?
that.
I wasn't patient back then either.
You had a little bit more time in your waiting. Just a little bit more.
Shin, I thought I saw
Guys.
your hand. Oh, yeah.
I did. Guys, this is the worst day ever. And Shin pulls out tea leaves from his bag of holding, and they're all destroyed and withered.
Oh.
That's not my fault, right?
No,
I
no,
actually-
Val, not your fault.
I was gonna say it was.
But the sword's not in there.
The sword
Sword
is
is
totally
in
in there.
The sword is in.
No, I didn't put. I had to unattune from it first. I haven't put it in
Oh.
there.
But it was
yet.
put in there ahead
the
of time.
sword, but the sword.
Yeah, it was put in there before, because remember you put it in to test it? And so when it went in, it just like withered the remaining tea leaves. They're just too dead. You might be able to get some flavor out of them.
I had 1,000-year-old tea leaves in there.
That
Oh,
seems
Shin.
like they were old. Are you sure they weren't just like that?
That's totally a character. by the
Oh,
way.
100%. That happened. Oh, yeah, that's real. Kalista, could you describe your page, please?
Yes. He is an elven man who looks anywhere between the ages of 30 and 60. It's entirely difficult to tell depending on the lighting. Half the time his hair looks blonde, half the time it looks incredibly dusty gray. Half the time his face looks smooth, half the time it looks kind of wrinkled. So ageless in a way. He has a slight spring to his step, a mustache that he curls at the end, and almost always rosy cheeks.
And what's his name?
Most likely. His name, let's go with Frederick.
A 50-year-old or so human woman with braids tied up in standard page attire walks through the door. Second weave minder? You sent?
Maria.
She gives
You're not
a
Frederick.
bow of her head. Frederick. I will be assuming his duties.
Understood. I will write you a list of information I would like you to seek in the archives.
She
Names, books. Bring them as quickly as you can, Maria.
She nods, bows, waits for you to finish writing the list, takes it from you, does a quick breeze over it to make sure that she can read everything, rolls it up, gives another bow, and leaves.
I really don't like change. Shin. Perhaps this might help ease your day. And she will take a small tin box that sits amongst her multitude of bookshelves, and she'll just toss it across to Shin. And it is a emerald green and golden box. And within is dozens and dozens of tea leaves.
And he, like, smells and, like, oh, this, what?
I took them from you when we were together.
I wondered where these went. Do you know how hard these were to get a hold of?
They were surprisingly easy for me to get a hold of them.
Of course. I was unconscious. But I had to work for 170 years.
For a man with such stamina, you slept so long.
Because I worked for 170 years, I got these kinds of... What? Thank you for giving them back.
Fantastic.
That is progress. That is... Korrin, that is progress, right? He said thank you.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What was going on?
It doesn't matter.
I'd like to point out, I taught everyone the same.
On that note, let's take a quick break. And we can push forward a little bit more.
Okay. It's so pretty. You should see me in a crown.
So,
I swear I wasn't listening to Billie Eilish when I did this.
So, as you send Maria to go do this research, it will take some time. But could you make me an investigation check for her?
Oui. Ooh. That is a 23.
Holy. Okay, she's going to come back with some info. But, in the meantime, like I said, it's going to take a couple hours. What else would you all be doing in the interim? Jaeger?
Jaeger is going to pose the question... Do we really think we can hunt them? I mean, they said they are coming in, 6 days now? Are they currently here?
Right.
All
Looks
of
at
you...
Korrin. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're totally good. This just brings up a great opportunity for a knowledge thing. All of you make me either Arcana or History or Religion checks. This is just general knowledge about devils.
I don't know any of those things.
Just
You
the
said
special
religion,
eyes.
history, or arcana?
Yes.
Got 0. I'm not proficient in anything, but I'll roll for it. Fuck it.
I got another 23.
Whew.
That's my number this time.
That's your number.
I got 24.
13!
So
Fitting.
those of you that rolled highest, devils, one of the things that distinguishes them from demons is the fact that they take this with a grain of salt, but tend to be a little bit more reasonable in that they tend to be beings who not only are of their word, but expect the same if you make an agreement. Now, clearly Zariel did not follow that agreement, but that's just general knowledge that you have about devils.
But what I was going to say, Jaeger, in warfare, mostly, would you rather give your enemy time to prepare their plan for you, or take the offense to them? Generally speaking, if you can get the preemptive strike, you take it.
Shin.
And so why wait for them to come to us and prepare their plans when we can take the fight to them?
I think Jaeger's concern is whether or not they'll be there when we arrive.
Well, I wasn't saying go into Avernus, but they have to be somewhere. Right?
They
Like,
gave
we
us
have
a
to
week.
An invasion of this size can't just appear out of nowhere. There has to be some way or some place, something, some way to track it. Where is it going to happen?
Let me ask Ringo.
We'll ask him. But Shin, we know full well that it can just appear. Zariel's assault happened within an hour. This town was under full siege. In an instant. No preparation, no time needed. From what I can tell, they are lawful beings. They will give us their word and they will stick to it for the most part, unless other circumstances arise, like Zariel. I think what Jaeger is wondering is if we run there, will they be there? Or will we be waiting for them?
I was not saying that we should go to Avernus. I was merely stating that we need as much information as we can get.
I
And if
agree.
we can preemptive strike, then we should.
Lorwryn, you seem to be one that's rather enlightened on the topic of devils. Do you have any insight to lend us?
Lorwryn,
They will try to... Oh, go ahead.
I want to give you one thing, and you don't have to make a roll for this because of your familiarity with the devils already. I think this would have stuck in your mind. During your relatively brief, all things considered, D&D combat rules, but during your encounter with Zariel, when she was speaking to Kalista before you were transformed, she said the name of another archdevil. Glazia.
Mm-hmm.
She said when Glazia was inside that priestess of Saloon. Or I believe she used more colorful language at the time.
Yeah.
But that was the content. That's just something else that you would have.
We have 2 new ones at this point.
2.
The problem becomes if we wait for them all to come. Do you remember the bodies in the streets? The hatred and the anger that so many people in this city had. Sisters killing each other. Wives killing their families.
How could we forget?
Aye. If we wait for the other 6 to get here, then that is 6 times the number of people we will have to deal with. Unless you can lure them one by one, we have 6 archdevils to deal with at one time, rather than one right after another. So it is not unfathomable that we could try to take the hit to them. And if they were to raise a stink or anything like that, we can say that one of their own broke the rules the first. We're only playing by Zariel's rules.
You're talking as if we were to go to hell. Sorry, Korrin, what was that?
Here, I'm saying that Zariel broke the rules of engagement. Therefore, it's fair game.
When you are talking about survival, there is no such thing as fair game. That is what we have in front of us. I don't believe in any sense that any of these archdevils will take anybody hostage. They may have their cult by the end of it, but that is it. Anybody who did not show fealty to them would end up under boot.
The question is, if we want to take the fight to them, how do we know where they are? How do we get down there if we are to walk within the hells, and how do we fight within their own territory?
We may not have to.
I thought the devil was telling you they wanted the territory here, and that's what they were fighting over. Is that we are their new territory. Isn't that what the one said to you, Shin?
It could be it could mean a lot of things. Their realms of what their purviews are, rage, and meaning with devils, is especially the Lord of Lies, could mean a lot of things. But what we know for certain is that they're coming to this realm for a reason. It's an invasion. If we wait, what Lorwryn said is true. We are basically putting the citizens of your city on the chopping block to be slaughtered. We go to Avernus, we might get lost, but what if the Clawbound know a way to track them? What if there's an in-between? Because I refuse to believe that an invasion of this size doesn't have some sort of anchor, some sort of way of knowing where, and some magic of this size and magnitude can't just have something, anything. We have no information. We're fighting in an informational void, and that's the problem.
Then let me.
So whether we go to Avernus or not, we need to know more.
Then let's get the knowledge we need to know.
Why?
I can communicate with Clawbound, with Val's help. If you have some questions to be asked, preferably in under 25 words, I can ask some questions.
And you're a level 17, you would have the capacity to also allow Val to do the communicating if you want.
Yes. I think I'll just use the scroll and she can do the communicating.
I like the idea that the Clawbound has shorthand so that Val can say, like, devil, where, how.
I was actually going to kind of do that.
Like a Clawbound thieves can't.
Yeah, I kind of was going to do that a little bit because it's like, of course they would.
Oh, Val's calling.
Kalista takes a second, writes out a scroll for you, and passes it over so that you can then communicate with whom you wish. As she passes you a scroll of sending.
So she also has like a stack of them because that's how she communicates with people. So she just kind of like slides over this rather offensively large stack of sending scrolls.
You probably just have hundreds. It's standard, like you need it.
It's communication.
Yeah.
It's like, long distance relationship.
Write that email.
You're going to see me unroll the scroll. And so I unroll it out and then I close my eyes and I start talking in not a normal sentence. Like I'm using far less words.
What do you say?
Ringal, Devils. Where? Origination. Tracking. Weaknesses.
You have 25 words. You've used 6.
Yeah. Tracking weaknesses. This is urgent. High Gale destroyed.
That's 11.
And then you see me falter a little bit. Barbie, Devil, Balzaval. Devil Balzaval. Fuck.
Fuck is in there.
Fuck is the last word. Fuck is the last word.
I'm gonna look over at Shin because he was the one who asked me to talk to them in the first place. Just kind of quizzically.
He looks at what she's wrote. How about, is there a way that they could send you a response that's not 25 words, so maybe a contact in the city or something? Because,
Call home.
Full detail? Is that a thing you guys say? I don't know. You're the clawbound here. I don't know how you people speak. Like, I barely understand what this says.
I just start laughing at him. Wait, how much do I have left? What I got left?
7 words left.
I got 7 words
this
left.
One. She has a
7.
stack.
Yeah. Tell your family hi for me.
You.
Val.
Final one, Val.
Hello to your mother for me.
Word to your mother.
You don't get an immediate response. You will get one, but it's not immediate. Anything else anyone is doing in the meantime? Jaeger.
I know I am new to all of this, but what about just dangling a carrot in front of one of them and hoping it comes to us and looks at Shin? Did they not offer you a job?
Shin is going to slow turn. Why is it that the 2-week-old came up with a really good idea? But that means I'm the carrot. I don't want to be a carrot.
Pride wants you.
Made before.
Also, I want to point out that he or they, or I'm not entirely sure.
Demon.
They're very androgynous, very sexy. They weren't physically here whenever they were talking to me. They were technically, this is going to make me sound like I was on drugs. They were talking to me through my tea.
What?
I left that part out of the story because it would make me sound insane.
What?
But physically wasn't here, just talking to me through the tea.
But do you think you could get them to physically show up?
I had to become a flaming backpack for Jaeger because we couldn't get the anger demon to come down to the floor.
But pride is a little bit different.
You're right. That is true. But Okay, we could try. I'm all for trying. Though that does mean me letting a demon... Because the carrot requires me to be like, oh, I'm going to join your side type thing, and that feels like that's going to have implications.
Just don't sign the dotted line.
I don't know if you've ever done a deal with the devil. There's no dotted line. It's just...
I wore a
Actually, there
devil's
is.
crown, Shin.
There is?
That is, yes.
There is?
You do have to kind of shake on it and stuff like that. Like,
Oh, you don't have to say stuff? Because I thought I was saying stuff. Oh, thank God, I'm way more on board with this plan.
Also,
The thing
Shin...
is-
Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
What?
You can talk in circles, Shin. You can make promises without making promises. You can use a roundabout way of saying maybe rather than, oh yes, I'll join your side. You used to be so much more clever. How did I ever fall for you?
It's because I was simple. And you used to
Simple?
clever.
Oh, fair enough. Anyway, I'll write a script if you need it. But there is a way you can word it to have him come to you. And just be non-committal. I'm sure you can handle being non-committal.
Val, you hear Rangol's voice in your head. Balzable. There. Or, excuse me, he doesn't have that accent. Balzable. There. Mala Domini. Despises Asmodeus. Believes he should be on top. Perfection. Beauty. If he were to appear anywhere, it would be where he could overlook everything. If my math was right, that was just about 25 words.
Stop flirting for a second. I have it.
Oh, thank God.
What?
Balzaval is in a lair. And he will appear where he could overlook everything because he's obsessed with beauty.
I think she's telling us that's not writing it down.
I am telling it to you.
No, first of all, for sending, she doesn't have to write it down. Second of all, I was counting my 25 words.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure she's not sending
No.
No. I'm telling it to you. So, Ringal told me that Balzaval, we're going to find him wherever he could overlook everything here. It's the most beautiful place you could be.
The
one thing that...
Oh, please continue.
And the one thing he hates most of all, the person he despises, as Asmodeus. He hates him. I don't know who the fuck Asmodeus is. I didn't get that, okay? I assume it's another devil. I don't know.
Who are native, or who have been in Ivor for some time, not you, Jaeger, and probably not you, Lorwryn. The rest of you, make me history checks just to see if anything comes to mind based off of what would fit the description of...
I got a 24.
What Val just said, Rangol communicate. 24, okay.
18.
18. Okay. Kalista, makes sense. There's one, Highgale makes sense. Being the capital city of Windward, being the home of the highest towers in the realm. But none of them quite rival, but none of them is quite taller than the tallest peaks of the Belt of the World. And the elven city of Thavalahim is built on one of the highest peaks, and it is a sight to behold.
I think I know where we should go.
At around this time, Maria returns, just because it's been a little while. Rangall had to do his own research, and Maria returns with a small pile of books, smaller than you were expecting. And a few of them are singed. She also has a piece of paper on top where she's done kind of very quick research and provides reference as bookmarked pages already for you. This was what I was able to find in the damage. I hope that it serves. Second Threat Ward. Is there anything further that you need of me?
For now, I think this is good. Thank you, Maria.
I will await outside. Steps outside. As you start looking at Maria's notes and looking at the pages that she marked in general, you learn a few things. First of all, one thing that you just know about the libraries here, and specifically about the knowledge regarding the divine, be it God or Archdevil, sketchy at best. Ivor has never witnessed directly the machinations of gods nor devils, at least archdevils. So a lot of it comes from very old sources. According to the passages that do exist about Balzabul, you learn also the name of his realm, specifically that it is the Seventh Circle, Maladomini. He is apparently Balzabul. You see that was once one of the hands of the divine, an angel of some sort, and then fell. And he is cunning, incredibly so, and incredibly dangerous, second only to that individual whom he loathes. And that is Balzabul. She has also bookmarked, therefore, a section on Balzabul. There's no one that she hates himself. Incredibly dangerous, second only to the one whom he hates most, Asmodeus. And so Maria has also bookmarked a small section on Asmodeus as well. Before you go to that one, you also do see a note from Maria that apparently Balzabul is known as the Slug Archduke because of a curse placed upon him by Asmodeus himself, reducing him to a hideous creature. There's very little in the section about Asmodeus. There are some, like a basic family tree. You see a familiar name. Glazia. Zariel said that name to you. Allegedly, one of Asmodeus's children. You also see that Maria has pulled a particular very old scroll and has included it, and I have sent it to you. She has also included in here, just as part of her normal duties to you as your page, the most recent reports, and it also includes the the reports that you had heard and seen previously, both a week ago and also in the Crown's Council, specifically documenting some of the stranger reports, the numerous removal of hands by the governor of Trist, and there is a report you had not heard before of dozens of individuals being found comatose in a scalded mining town, Coil, across the belt of the world. There are also casualty reports, things along those lines, that are included in there. Kalista, would you be saying anything?
Sorry.
You're good.
No, my internet cut that last
Oh,
minute out.
okay.
Right as you were talking about the final report.
The final report?
Yeah. So after
What's-
the tryst.
Oh, okay. The only one there was that a report that actually Korrin had heard in the very first session, but you had not, of dozens of individuals in a scalded town known as Coil being found comatose.
Okay.
There were also the basic casualty reports, just the general updates for someone in your position during a citywide tragedy.
Alrighty. As she reads through them, she lingers on the name in the family tree for just a second. The name of the god of lust, or the devil of lust, just a little longer than everything else. So, are we going to try Jaeger's plan then? Shall we go based on the Clawbound's research? The highest peaks.
Well, that sounds like both plans actually are the same thing. We go to the peaks. I give him the bait. Draw him out. Read a script. And hope that I don't get possessed by the very attractive devil.
You will not be attracted to him when you see him in real life.
You didn't see him.
That
He's
is not
truly
his
a
form.
slug.
What was that,
He is
Kalista?
the slug demon.
Oh, yeah.
He is truly a slug, yes.
He's what?
A slug.
He didn't look
Not
like a
slut. Slug. The
Ah.
G.
That
Yes,
is the.
G.
That was a slug?
Mm,
He didn't look like a slug. Why did he not look like a slug?
Perhaps he came to you in a form he thought would be desirable by you.
You attracted to green people?
Yeah, that puts in so many more questions. What?
He is a being of pure pride.
Well, then he would have come to me as a drow. I mean, just purple.
What? I'm sorry, Shin. I'm not going to dig into
I feel called out and put on the spot.
Korrin?
Please.
You said he's at the belt of the. He's at.
Thavalahim is the one that
Thavala-
at least came to
Thavalahim.
Callista's mind.
Oh, wow.
That's near my place.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Would you like us to stop by your place first?
If you. Let's go kill him.
We leave it
I
done.
want him out of my. Yes, please.
We leave it done. Is this agreed?
I think we can leave earlier if Lorwryn can teleport us.
One other possibility, just giving it to you, and you see this according to the updated reports. While a large number of the airship ports were damaged, the majority of the air fleet survived. And so there are a lot that are just kind of, some have landed. They have to land pretty far without the ports, like on the outskirts of the high forest, so it'll be a little while till they get there, but others are still circling over the city, staying watchful, vigilant in case something else should happen. Shin?
Kalista. There's a particular air captain that would be perfect for this job.
Oh.
I had a drink with him. And if we could have him, I think we could get there.
Well, isn't it convenient that I own an airship?
I don't remember his name at all, but...
His name was, Merrick.
Captain Merrick.
Do you think you could find him in the time it takes me to summon my airship?
Oh, yeah. And
You find
Shin...
Merrick?
Huh?
You find Merrick? I will get the solstice up in the air.
Shin, wings unfurled, and flies out of the window and rockets into the sky looking for a particular airship, the ship that he was on that brought him in.
Could both Shin and Kalista make me investigation checks? Jaeger.
We know about how long it takes to get from Highgale to Korrin's home with an airship?
There is a map of Ivor in Kalista has maps of Ivor. So you'd have to first, Korrin, you'd have to point out where the Blaze of Virtue is, because it's not one that's typically, you have a wonderful place, but it's not marked on global maps.
It's near the peak of
So your
built.
It's built kinda near Queensgate, which is a town built on the southern side of the Belt of the World, around the tunnel, one of the two tunnels that goes through and crosses over to Scalded. TheMalloMan is a fair number of miles away from you, luckily. It is not, you can't see it on the clearest day. So to get from Highgale to where the Blaze of Virtue is, depends on how you're getting there. By horse will obviously take longer. It took you about a day, about 2.5 days of travel by horse, Korrin, to get here when you were brought here. Airship, much faster. Doesn't need to stop. And doesn't need to navigate around things. Could be there in under a day. At full speed.
And to TheMalloMan.
From there, probably another 2 days via airship.
We don't have to go. We don't have to go to my place. We can just, from here, go to TheMalloMan and take him out there.
It's not a matter of have to, Korrin. It's a matter of want. Do you wish to stop by your place?
Oh, quick retcon. I just did some speed math. It would be between 3 and 4 days of travel via airship.
You get to TheMalloMan?
From the Blaze of Virtue specifically. It's actually kind of equidistant from here.
It's about the same.
Yeah.
Blaze of Virtue's on the way to the peaks.
It's a small detour. It's about a day detour.
Could we maybe teleport to Valheim?
Are you familiar with the place?
What was that, Kalista?
Are you familiar, Lorwryn, with the peaks?
A little bit, yes. But anyone who's been there or been even more, I could borrow some of their knowledge to help with the teleport.
I was born there, so perhaps. We
It would be the quickest way.
An option. Definitely.
We don't have but 4 days before all of them get here. If I've done my math correctly.
You have 6 left.
6
We have
days.
6 left?
Yesterday
Okay.
was 7 days. So today you're on 6.
Okay.
I can make time.
No, you're
I can
good,
make
you're good.
time. I can make time when we're done with this.
Okay. So we either find our captain, and hopefully my boat is still around, and go on a long haul, or we teleport, borrowing my memories, whatever that means.
Kalista and Shin, what did you get on those investigation checks?
Only
Nat
a
20,
9.
baby.
What was it?
I got a
Nat
9.
20.
9 and nat 20. Okay. Shin, you don't see that airship.
Oh.
And
indeed.
you, at one point, because you can fly, pull up next to another airship to inquire as to where you might be able to find Captain Merrick. And the goblin woman who is captain of this particular ship. The Melis Might was one of the victims of Asario's assault. Captain went down with his ship, as we all would. So many of us did. Was he a friend of yours?
I don't know if you are familiar with Goliath customs, but we shared drink and story.
He was a good man. Loyal. A little bit too much sometimes, but he's a good man. I know that he went down the way he would have wanted to.
Born a warrior, died a warrior.
I'm sorry for your loss. If you'll excuse me, I have to get back to my crib.
Today exacts a heavy toll. Shin is going to wing unfurl and just allow himself to drop off the side of the ship and lets himself fall for a while. And then 500 feet up from a rooftop, catches, kind of clips a roof because he's not controlling this whatsoever. His focus is not there. Ricochets off that roof and starts heading back towards the tower.
When Shin reappears in your window, Kalista, at that moment, you were going over reports, and just a few seconds before, you saw Captain Merrick's name on the casualty list. And then Shin reappears in the window.
I'm sorry.
Hmm? What?
For your loss, Shin. . And she'll flip the page. Did she find anything regarding the solstice on the casualty list?
Solstice appears to need a little bit of repair, but is functional.
And the crew?
Handful of casualties. Self-inflicted, according to the report. Or you can calculate how it was done just based off of the fact that the ship is fine. So it'll need a few new people, but should be ready to be airborne by morning. At least if you prioritize its repair.
So, do we wish to step through the shadows and teleport, or fly amongst the clouds for a while?
With the time limit we have, I think teleporting is probably, if that is viable and guaranteed, I guess.
Korrin? Do you have a preference?
Korrin has been fidgeting with her wedding ring on her hand and just being quiet. Teleport, dear. We are pressed for time. If there's a way for the airship to be in the air, that way we can meet it sometime, or just teleport, dear.
Okay. Val? Do you have a preference?
I think we should teleport. It's faster. And every day that they stay out there, they kill more people.
Jaeger?
Teleporting makes the most sense. But perhaps have the ship also sent there in case we need support.
Lorwryn? Do you feel confident?
Yes. It will take a moment, but we will get there. Do we want to go to the city? Or do we want to go somewhere else?
Starting with the city isn't a bad idea.
Maybe the outskirts of the city. We don't want to drop right into a hot zone.
Or draw attention to ourselves.
You already have attention on you.
You said this will take a moment. About how long?
Only a minute or two tops.
Can you give
So
me...
if you are ready to go, then we go.
Can you give me 20 minutes?
Of course.
And Shin is going to leave out the window again.
As Shin departs, Valkerie, Jaeger, anything from you two?
I'm gonna go back to my room and grab my bag. Grab my bag and put my stuff up. And then come back.
Equipped, prepared, another job. Jaeger?
Jaeger will pick up the sparrow and motion for Korrin. And we're gonna go bury this little bird.
Shin, where are you going?
God. Fuck you, Jaeger. Shin is, he is going to fly high into the sky, and he's going to see where the shapes of, airships that went down, that's going to leave a mark on the city. Skid,
There are
something of
several
that
that
size.
you can easily tell were either parts of airships or even entire airships that
He's going to look
fell
for the
to
entire airships. He's going to go to each one. He's going to fly fast, and he's going to go to each one. And he's going to find the one that I assume they have some sort of identifying, ships have names.
As you go looking, you are fast, and you can fly. You go to one that's whole. The name... didn't look a lot at the name, but you remember that it was 2 words. And you search, no, not this one. Search another, no. You find yourself returning to not too far from where you faced that devil that was attempting to rain brimstone upon Highgale. You find quarter of a ship and the rest is rubble. And as you're searching, you find a splintered piece of wood, but you can read the majority of the words Meleth's might. And as you search through this area, your memory triggered that was it. You find the body of Captain Merrick. He's in battle dress. You find him in the remaining section of the ship. Went down with his ship. He's bloody. You can see he's been stabbed multiple times. And he is scorched. You recognize the large Goliath that you shared drinks with.
Shin will, using the parts of the ship, create a funeral pyre. And then what sounds like mountainous throat singing, he'll sing a dirge celebrating in Goliath dying in battle, being born a warrior, dying a warrior's death. And at the end of this mournful, from everyone else, what they hear is it sounds like something large, thumping, rhythmically, dum, dum, in this guttural, but you can hear the depth of mourning in the song. And as it ends, using the song to reattune to a different element, Shin erupts fire from his mouth and sets the pyre ablaze.
The flames catch. The wood crackles. Meleth's might transformed into a pyre for its captain. And as the flames rise higher, I assume you will afterwards be rejoining back at the Halls of Weaving, Shin. We fade, we see as Shin rejoins the 3 still up here. And we see as he flies over the streets, injured, ruined buildings, dead, triage centers where they can. And we also see Korrin and Jaeger in one of the many, many, many gardens of the Halls of Weaving, a large portion of which are ash. Some still defy and grow lush. And as we see you two out here, what are you doing?
I think that would be a good spot right there. See? Even in death, there's life. Understand that. Jaeger. When you were created, what were you made for?
He stands a little straighter, almost thinking back to a point before he could think, and there was just nothing until there was to serve, to protect, and to rid the world of these devils. That is all it was, and all it has been.
Korrin picks up some ash off the ground and puts it in her hand. But I ask you this. Once we finish this mission, what do you want to do? Starts digging a hole.
And he doesn't answer. But you can see he's thinking, or trying to think what could be beyond his current oaths, objectives, requirements. And he'll sit with that question for the entire time that they are digging. And it's just a small hole.
Do you want to know something, Jaeger? And sprinkles some of the ash inside the grave. I was once like you too. I got paid to be a weapon. I was real good at it. To the highest bidder. They needed something done, I did it. I've made a lot of friends doing that. I made a lot of enemies. But at one point in my life, I found a higher calling and a higher meaning in my life outside of the rage, the violence. Sprinkles more ash down. All of that. I found someone who mattered more than my own life. And points to the ring. My husband helped me figure out that I was more than just some big beefy dragonborn. That I was a person with dreams and aspirations. That's why I started my own tavern, because I wanted to give adventurers like you, and yes, like you, a place where they can learn and grow from other adventurers and find their true calling. You are more than what you're made for. Understand that. I can tell inside of this metal shell, there's a heart. I've seen you fight. I've seen you make decisions on your own accord.
Sorry.
When you're ready to give me your answer, I'll be here. but note that you are a good warrior. But I know that you're more than just that. Sprinkles more of the ash down.
Well, he'll start reaching down to put the sparrow in. Perhaps one day I shall meet you at your tavern, and maybe I will have an answer for you.
We see...
And you'll be welcomed in, just like everybody else. But I might give you a little bit extra when it comes to the food. So that'll be our secret, okay?
And we see...
Thank you, Korrin. Thank you.
As Jaeger says, as Jaeger thanks Korrin, we see as he had squatted down and with this little sparrow pushed the dirt back over it and pressed it down. And the spot you chose here in this garden was next to beautiful, expansive tree, hundreds of years old. And as you step back, Jaeger, you see in one of the lower branches, pretty much at your eye level, a nest of sparrows.
See? When there's death, there is also life.
And that is why we must keep going. And not stop until it is finished.
Is there anything final anyone would be wishing to do before the teleportation process begins? Anyone you would want to speak to for any of you, or leave word? Kalista?
I think Kalista would, at the very least, write a note for Saren. And I will send you what the note says.
Okay.
But in the time that they've been gone, that Val has been gone, that Lorwryn has been prepping this spell, she has been reading through this ledger. And with her intelligence of 20, she has remembered every name that she has read. Every person who has fallen victim to Zariel. And well, it is not the anger that is fed with this. It is the passion, the need to keep going, a burning within her with every name that she remembers that she needs to fix this.
Anything else from anyone? All right. And we see as Kalista finishes writing this letter and devoting every single name to memory. And Kalista, that is one of the hardest things you have ever done. You're a fast reader. And the pages feel endless.
The only one that sees it is Lorwryn. As she sits there, allowing herself to break with every name. Allowing the tears to fall.
There are thousands of names. To go through and memorize them all will be a continuing project.
And she'll do it.
And you bring the list with you so that you can continue. And with Shin and Jaeger and Korrin and all rejoined here, Lorwryn, you're up. Where are you all attempting to... You said the outskirts of Valkerie, yes?
Yeah.
And I believe there was some mention of, like, trying to use Kalista to get a better memory? So how are you going about that?
She will pull everybody in kind of like the first time that she just did it on a whim to get into the fight with Zariel. But she will stand in front of Kalista and look into her eyes and see that she has been crying. And she'll go to put her hand up on her cheek. And she just kind of looks at her. It's like, just let me in for just a moment. It won't hurt, I promise. And we're going to try to use telepathy of some sort there to get just a clear picture of the outskirts.
100%. Some detect thoughts telepathy action here. That is absolutely no problem.
Can I describe what she sees?
Please do.
Yeah.
At first, you see a grove of trees. They are of peak trees, mountain trees, so they are stumpy and barely hanging on to the rocky growth. And you see two girls, young elven children, walking through the flowers and the peat moss. One of them holds what looks to be a willow branch, and one of them holds her hand as they walk towards the higher peaks of this city. As they walk towards a humble home with lights lit by candles. The warmth of it seemingly flooding over the two children. But the image is vivid. The home is vivid. And you know that this is where she grew up. And you know this is exactly where you need to go.
All right. Lorwryn, I'm going to give you a choice here. You saw two locations. And like Kalista said, one was more vivid. If you wish to try to teleport into her childhood home, we would use the seen casually table. Otherwise, for the outskirts, it would be the viewed once, because you only saw it once and it was a little less intense. So it's up to you as everyone gathers around.
Lorwryn wouldn't be able to not go to the home because of everything that's been going on and stuff like that. So she would, without even thinking of it, sort of instinctually like feel the warmth and the love of that. Mm-hmm. And before she could even like rationally think about it, that would be the poof. That would be the teleport.
I love that. Jaeger?
As we all get in a circle and take hands if we do, he's going to reach down for Kalista's hand. And when she takes it, another soft glow from the saloon oath is going to slowly waft towards her. And he's going to cast Death Ward on her again.
That's a good idea once.
Once is good, more is better.
Do it again. Again. Alright, as you cast Death Ward, lasts all day. Lorwryn, could you please roll me a D100? 54 or above, we get exactly where you want to be.
We're going to do that as a reroll, because I don't like that. That was not nice.
I'm alright with that. You can inspiration that.
Yep, we're going to inspiration.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. It was one. I could use one luck point and make it the nicest one. I'm gonna save those because we got a big fight ahead of us probably. So
what'd you get?
Yep.
68.
68. That means.
Can I use one of my luck points to make it 60?
Technically, they're only for your own D20s, but sure, it's the end of the session. It's 69.
It's nice.
Nice. Obligatory.
Dude.
Obligatory. So, as we see you all join hands with Lorwryn, just back of your finger just grazing Kalista's cheekbone, seeing this image. You all disappear and leave Highgale to its own machinations. And we see, just 15 or so minutes later, as our view lingers here for a moment longer, Saren walk into the empty room, look around, see the note on the desk, and walk over to it and start reading.
I'm still writing.
I know. No. That isn't for right now.
Okay, great.
And as we see tears start to well in her eyes as she reads the words, takes a deep, composing breath. That's where we'll close for tonight's session. And we will pick up in Theval Ahim. Incredible session, y'all. Woo! Yes, to your little question there, Matty, that you just sent me. Thank you all so much for being here for this episode 8 of Lords of Sin. And thank you all so much for such an incredible story. Before we go anywhere...
I cried so much, y'all.
It was all real. Before we go anywhere, even though this is pre-recorded, we are still going to be raiding, so please stick around for that. And before you go anywhere, I want to give these lovely people an opportunity to let you know where you can find them and the other awesome things they're doing. So, because I know yours is short and sweet, Aaron, lead us off.
You can find me here. That's about it.
I have no online presence. Maddie.
Oh, freeing. I do have an online presence. It's really unfortunate, actually. But you can find me on Instagram under Mithril Cosplays, as well as on TikTok. I have been completely non-productive at all for the last 4 months because I've been working, but find me, follow me, check out some cool shit. Other than that, I play D&D with Ethan, and it's really, really fun. And I cry a lot, apparently. This session was hard, y'all.
It's a great session. Mellow.
You can find me everywhere at TheMalloMan. You can find when I stream under all of my other work and things like that, including all the weekends and all of the things that I do on the side. So just check me out there. You'll find out and learn about everything else there.
Yeah. Cory.
Hey, I'm emotionally exhausted.
Not bad.
And you can find me at Cory J. Phillips on all social media. You should also just listen to me on Crunchyroll in pretty much probably any anime that you're watching. I have movies out. You can check it all out at Cory J. Phillips on social media.
Mav.
Yeah, baby.
Bring
Hey,
that
everybody.
energy.
Yeah, there we go. Hi, everyone. It's Fred Blackout Internet here. Mav, the host of Digital Clubhouse TV, where you can find me there on Twitch at Digital Clubhouse TV, playing all the games. Also, you're going to see a lot of cool games being getting played, like Ready or Not. Fortnite. Power Rangers are in this new season right now. This will still be relevant when this comes out.
Yes, it will.
It's Morphin' time, baby. And you'll be seeing me play a lot of games with TheMalloMan down there as well. So we do cool things on the weekends. You also can find me here at the House Face TTRPG, where I'm in almost everything. But I love it.
You are in almost everything, and I love you for it.
Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, Danny, bring us home.
Unlike Aaron, I'm not free, so I am online on all the social medias, pretty much. You can find me at Danielle Yoshiko on Instagram, Facebook. Don't add me on Facebook. No one wants.
No,
fun.
Facebook
My mom's
is-
on there.
That's the only
That's
reason.
not great.
Don't
But
actually add
Instagram.
me.
Yeah, Instagram. I'm an actor, so I talk about all my acting stuff and the different smut that I'm reading, and my dog.
You know what?
He's not behind
That's a
me
great
all the time.
trio of topics.
Yeah,
As long as
so
you don't
if
mix,
you want to
mix-
find out-
don't mix a few of them, but
I mean, unless you're into monster stuff.
yeah, that's true.
but,
That's all the rage.
And
And
yeah, Daniel Yoshiko.
And my name is Ethan. You can find me as the Buff DM or on Go Buff Yourself or as Half of Thousand Faces Cosplay. So many different places to find weird stuff I do. Thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Until we see you next time, take care of yourselves, do something good for yourselves, and go buff yourself. Bye, y'all.